Hi, I'm Catharyn Baird, CEO of Ethics Game, and pleased to introduce you and be part of another conversation about how best we can live in community. One of the interesting questions is, how do you build a sense of ethics within community? How do we make sure that as people come into our community that they know what our values are and what behaviors are expected as we live into those values? In our organization life, that is called onboarding. And onboarding is the process by which people come and they get, the policies and the procedures and all the paperwork. And often those policies and procedures contain the values and the expectations, but they become a piece of paper that is signed and put to the side. So what do we do, whatever our role of leadership is, to truly let people know how they are to behave? The first is by our own behavior. As we admit our mistakes, for example, we make it safe for others to admit their mistakes. If in fact the culture is one where we tell the truth about where we have messed up, and then we work together to clean it up as best we can, leadership has to model that behavior, not just in fact expecting others to do it without any sense of reciprocity. So it's interesting to watch to see how those behaviors get treated. I don't know about you, but I'm a football fan, and I spent last weekend watching football, and I was noticing a couple of the coaches screamed at their people when they made mistakes. And I wondered, how do you get used to a culture where that's just part of it, knowing that you'll still be loved and accepted and moved on come the next play? That's the challenge of leadership. How do you begin to say what behaviors are acceptable? How do you model those every day? And then how do you reinforce them when you see them? An exercise I often do when I go off to corporate training is to invite people to give credit to, express gratitude for, a behavior that lived into the best of the values, where we practice thanking each other for good things as opposed to only criticizing each other for the bad things. As we begin to model that sense of gratitude, that sense of thanksgiving for behaviors well done, we begin to see what the culture truly is, and we learn how to live with each other with integrity and grace. Thank you.